There are three ways of getting a Screenspace material. The first one is to select one of the showcase ones right here. And it's pretty easy to do that. You can, let's say for example, we want this material here. We can just click on it and we'll select this big box around it. And if we go into the box, you'll see that the Screenspace shader shows up. And this is just the volume that kind of has the Screenspace material on it. So if we navigate over to our inspector tab over here, we'll see that there's a mesh renderer and has this material on it. And if we click on that material, it'll ping that Screenspace material in our project tab. Now, I can duplicate this by clicking Control D, and it'll make a copy of this material, and then I can use this and do whatever I want with it. Now, of course, I recommend making your own folder for this. So let's go ahead and do that. And of course, dragging that into that folder. So that's one way. The other way is to take an existing either focus or base Hypno material and convert it into a Screenspace one, which we can do by going and finding a material. Let's say I want to use one of these logarithmic ones, say maybe this one, right? Let's duplicate it, Control D to do that. Drag it up into our folder here, and now we're gonna want to go into an inspector tab here, find this shader drop down, type in Screenspace into it, and then select the equivalent Screenspace shader. So since this is a logarithmic base Hypno shader, we're gonna want a logarithmic Screenspace shader, and it's gonna be this one. Make sure you're not selecting any of these ones that have numbers at the end, because those are locked shaders and they're not going to work really. So you're gonna want to select this one that doesn't have any numbers at the end of it. And you might end up seeing some of these autofix buttons show up. I definitely recommend clicking those because otherwise things might look weird. But yeah, we've got another Screenspace shader, Screenspace material. And the third way is to just make a new material. You could do that by right-clicking anywhere in your project tab, clicking Create, and finding Material. I'll just press Enter, and you need to also assign a material or a shader to this, and you can do that the same way you've assigned the previous shader. So click on the shader drop down here, type in Screenspace, and select any one of the shaders that you want. Make sure to not select these ones that have numbers on it because those are locked shaders. And let's say I want to have a Hypno one, like a Hypno 1D1. Again, any auto fixes that pop up, I definitely recommend clicking just to make sure that things are properly set up. After you have your materials, you can go on to the avatar setup stage over here, which we have a video for in the description.